Hello there. Welcome back to another episode of Write Smart in 5. I'm Taiwo Oladoku from Delight Data Exploration, and today we'll be building on last week's lesson on the automated table of content. We'll share with you another time saver, the automatic list of tables and figures. Just like we learned in the automated table of content, after you might have done all you needed to do in your thesis or your assignment, there is a need to generate lists of figures and tables, and then you're there doing it manually and the old-fashioned way. There are other ways to do it, the simpler way and the more effective method. So it's just in 2 simple steps. We'll show you how to create the right caption for your figures, and then also we'll show you how to then insert the automatic list of figures and tables, well, of course, chart, which falls under figures. So let me show you how. I will share my screen and walk you through step by step on how to create an automatic list of figures and tables in Microsoft Word. Alright, so welcome back to class. I'm sharing my screen again. As you can see, obviously, we did our automated table of content the last episode, so here you have it. Now, we are moving on to automatic list of figures and tables. So very quickly, what you want to do is you want to identify your figures and your tables. So let me just quickly scan through my documents. Okay, I have a figure here. Then let me lock in on it. This is a figure. Now, what do you want to do? You want to quickly insert this automatically in your document. How do I do that? Just copy this title. Usually, as a rule of thumb, your list of figures will be under the figure. The list of tables will be above the table. So note that. Now I've copied this. Now where do I want to insert this? Just put your mouse wherever you want the title inserted automatically. So I'm assuming that your tab is in the home tab. So from the home tab, just come to the references tab here. You come to insert caption. Now what do we want? We want a figure. So you come to figure. Now how do you want it to be titled? I already copied it. As I copied my title, Prisma, whatever. So I paste it. That is my title. What number do you want it to be? You can just manually edit that. You want it to be figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, whatever number you want. But here, what I'm doing is this is what I'm doing. So you come to numbering, you come to insert chapter number, you click this. If this is checked, it automatically numbers your figures and tables according to the chapter you're working on. For instance, my chapter 3, as you can see, 3.2, my chapter 3, any figure that I have in my chapter 3 would go with 3 as their prefix, if I can call it that. So you have 3.1 for the first figure, 3.2, and all of it automatically numbers like that. But imagine I unclick this, then I come to OK. I can easily just, now it becomes figure 1 automatically. Can you see that? So again, numbering, click this, press OK, it becomes 3.1. So automatically, depending on what style you want to adopt in your writing. Now what do I want? Do I want the separator to be hyphenated, to be hyphen, to be period, to be semicolon? Let's just use hyphen. Alright, depending on what you want. Then you click OK. So after that is done, then you press OK again. So this is what it comes with. This is the automatic. This was generated for automatically. So what you want to do? You want to quickly format this to suit your document. Also, I didn't tell you. I'm going to tell you when I'm generating the tables. You can put this under any heading style that you've designed earlier. For instance, we have different headings, heading 1 to 4, I believe. Now, so here I want to quickly format this. There's a way to do it. Let me do it manually. So you come here. I'm using area. Font size is 12. Then I can bold it, Ctrl B. You know that. Then I can center align it. Center align is Ctrl E. So that happens. Now, this is following my heading 1 style. Let's go to styles. You see it's okay. It creates its own heading for its caption, so you can modify this. Let's just modify this to save our time. Okay, modify this area, then 12. Then we can leave the color like that. It does no harm. Then you press OK. So that's it. Now there's another shortcut to doing it. So you don't need this again. You delete this. Then for any subsequent one that you want to bear the same characteristics and formatting as this, there is a simple shortcut for it. Now, you know when you're working on Microsoft Office and then you press Ctrl C, you know what that does? Ctrl C just copy. I just pressed it. Then you press Ctrl V, it copies the text. Now, what you want to do is you're not copying the text in this instance. You want to copy the property of the text. For instance, this is area, it is 12, it is justified. Those are the properties of this text. So how to copy it is you press Ctrl Alt C. Now Ctrl Alt C is for newer version of MS Word, like I'm using a newer version. It's updated, but for those who are still using the older ones, you want to press Ctrl Shift C to copy the property. Now once that is done, I'll come to the document and want to have the same property like this. Then I'll press Ctrl Alt V. So instead of just pressing Ctrl C, you add Alt to it or Shift depending on the version of Office you're using. Instead of pressing Ctrl V, you also add Alt or Shift to it. So I'm using Alt. I'm using also Ctrl Alt V. Now you notice that the characteristics has changed from the former one into something like this, but I don't want this, so I'll just undo it. Then instead I will now make this my reference style. So how to do is just Ctrl Alt C, which locks it on that anything I highlight, Ctrl Alt V, it will be the caption of this, because that's what I'm working with now. So that has now become my reference style. So let me just undo this. You understand that? Okay. Now, so I'm done with figures. I only have one figure in my work, but do I have tables? Let me quickly check. I have several tables, but let me just use this table. So again, I want to do the same thing for table. What do I need to do? Copy the title, then put your mouse where you want to insert the automatic generation. So you go again to references, again insert caption. What do you want? You want the table this time around. I don't know if I mentioned that your title for table will be above, the title for figure will be under. I'm talking about the caption. Again, I might want to check insert chapter number. I can do that. Then this time around, let's just use colon, or we could use let's use period. I think we used hyphen the other time. Then you press OK. Then again, okay. So what's the title of my table? I copy the title again. Common themes across studies. So okay. So there you have it. Common theme across studies. Now you remember that I already modified these characteristics. I already modified it. So you know how to modify styles here. I don't think I checked the bold. There's no bold. So you check the bold now. So there you have it. So that's how to do the tables. Let's just do one more table and then we'll call it a day. So you copy this again, you come here, references, insert caption, insert caption right here, table. What's the title of my table? This Pico table, whatever. So you just press OK, then you delete this. So there you have it, table 0.1. This is appendix, depending on the number you want. This is just for the sake of teaching, and I know you understand what we're doing. So there you have it. So now, what do you now do in inserting? So you quickly want to run to the top, usually after the table of content. Again, remember the shortcut, Ctrl Enter, start a new page, Ctrl Enter. So the first I want to insert is my list of figures. So again, you will come to insert list of figures. It's just there, any style you want. Okay, figure, not table. From template, let's use it from templates. You can play around this as you want, you can modify it as you want. Press OK. So you have this. Now you can just play around with style, add the title as you want. Then that's your list of figure. Then again, you see the page number is automatically there. Again, I'm pressing Ctrl Enter. Now I want to insert my tables, the same place, references, insert list of figures. Now what do I want to insert now? Table this time around. So again, however you want to modify it, just press OK. So here are my tables, the two tables that I use for the sake of illustration area, and then 12. Now, so what happens when I want to reference a table in my work? For instance, this is the example of a figure that should suffice for everything. So the figure, you press Ctrl and then you click this, it takes you to where it is. But then let's imagine I want to talk about it in my body itself. For instance, I say the figure illustrates how the selection process was done. Now, rather than saying the figure, I can just say figure, whatever number. So I highlight the figure, you come to references again, come to cross reference. So you want it to be figure 3.1. So entire caption, only label and a number, only caption text, page number, whatever you want. Let's just only label and a number. Let's see what that happens. That inserts. So you see behind it does figure 3.1. Let's change this to entire caption. Then you press insert. You see again, it changes to the entire caption. Let's change it again to only caption text. I think that was our first choice. Let's change to page number. Press insert. So you see it again. I don't think I want this at all. So let's just go for only caption text. Insert. Oh yeah, it keeps on doing it. Alright, so let's just stick with one. cross reference, come to only caption text. Let's see what that does. So insert. Okay, Prisma flow diagram, the text. Okay, let's try something else. Cross reference. Let's now go for only label and number. Insert, close. So figure 3.1. So once you just again press Control and click, it takes you to where the figure is automatically. So that's how you generate your automatic list of figures and tables. If you have any question, again, drop it in the comment section. We'll attend to them. Thank you. That's it. Hours of manual work eliminated in a few minutes. So hit the subscribe button and share with your friends in your study group on more tips coming your way. Next week, we'll be learning how to create running headers that changes by section. This is Write Smart in 5. See you next week.